Hello everyone and welcome back to another EFL Championship score predictions video for the 2022/23 season. We are up to game week 11 and of course after this game week we are going into an international break before then returning to league action, before then going into the World Cup in the middle of November. So let's just get straight into it and predict the matches for the game week 11, starting off with Birmingham City against Coventry City. Birmingham City, after their struggles, you could say maybe they're turning something around here. 2 wins in their last 2 games. Of course, they got a 1-0 victory with Preston, and then last time out they beat West Bromwich Albion 3-2 in that high scoreline game. Very good victory for Birmingham City in that game. They're scoring some goals now, and against Coventry City, who are still yet to get off the mark, although they have played 3 games less than all the other teams due to their pitch problem that they had a couple of weeks ago. In this game, I am going to back both sides to pick up something. I'm going to go point apiece in a 1-1 draw. Coventry City, they did draw last time out in a 2-2 draw against Luton Town. So, you know, if we have a look at the past defeats by Coventry City, I mean, ignoring the Preston one because we were really good in that game, they do score the goals, but they also do concede them as well. So, you know, that's the problem for Coventry this city. That's the problem with Coventry this year. But we'll wait and see if they can turn some form around, because currently they are sat in 24th place, and if they don't do anything about it, they are going to be getting relegated. But I'll go for a point apiece in this one. And then next up is Burnley against Bristol City. Burnley, last time out, they got a 1-1 draw with Preston North End. Burnley picking up quite a few draws at the moment. They're still sat in 5th place, so still in that top 6 playoff spots. But in order to boost up that table, they really need to pick up some victories against Bristol City, who are surprising quite a lot of teams this year. I mean, they were quite low down mid-table last season, and few people predicted them to finish pretty much the exact same. But I am gonna back a Burnley victory in this one. I'm also going to back Bristol City to score, because they always manage to score a goal. Bristol, I mean, last time out they lost. It was a 3-2 defeat against Norwich City. It was a very narrow defeat against a very top quality side in Norwich City. But yeah, they did lose that one 3-2. But I am going to back both sides to score, but Burnley to pick up all 3 points. They're at home in this one, so home advantage, I'll have to say, is just gonna nick it for Burnley in this one. And then next up is Huddersfield Town against Cardiff City, where both of these sides could say are struggling. Cardiff City did get a very good victory last time out, though, against Middlesbrough. It was a 3-2 victory. And then Huddersfield got a 2-1 defeat to Wigan Athletic in their last game. Both sides struggling. You see, with Cardiff, whenever I predict them to do well, they end up losing it. And then whenever I predict them to lose, they end up winning it. So I'm going to go in the middle this time. And I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw, because whenever this fixture is played at the John Smith Stadium, it normally ends in a 0-0 draw. So get ready to be absolutely bored with this game. I'm going to go for 0-0 in this one. And yeah, both sides could do with some points on the table, especially Huddersfield. So point apiece in this one. Next up is Luton Town against Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers doing really well, currently 3rd place in the league table, with a mixture of wins and losses for Blackburn. No draws in there. Luton Town could say quite the opposite. They've drawn 4 times so far this season, I do believe, which, you know, isn't as much as Preston and West Brom, but they're still drawing. And also a little bit of past history between these two sides. The last 5 fixtures, 3 of them have ended in draws, and it is a pretty tough place to go, Kenilworth Road. And yes, Blackburn are doing really well. and they did get that really good victory against Watford last time out, the 2-0 victory against the Hornets. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. So we move on now to Middlesbrough, where they are playing against Rotherham United, who have, well, surprised quite a few people. They're currently in mid-table place, but quite a few people expected them to get relegated and be at the bottom of the table, mainly picking up draws again. But Middlesbrough, they are having a horrible season. As I said, they lost 3-2 to Cardiff in their last game, and every single week I have, backed Middlesbrough to do well, because at the end of last season, they had an amazing run with Chris Wilder, just missed out on the playoffs. They were looking really good, but then they have just completely collapsed. And I can't back Middlesbrough to win. Middlesbrough are the favourites for this game, but I just can't back them to win anymore. I'm going to go for a draw, 1-1. Rotherham United, very impressive. I think they got a 3-0 victory in their last game against Blackpool, Rotherham did. So they can definitely score the goals. And, well, they may even pick up all 3 points in this one. They're that good. But against Middlesbrough side, who you could say still have a bit of quality, I'm questioning that now, but I'll go with a point apiece in this one, see what happens. And then we move on to Millwall, who are absolutely having a horrible season, but they are against Blackpool as well, who, once again, they're having an alright season, you could say. But in this one against Millwall, I'm going to say that Blackpool's going to lose again. It'll be close again, very narrow, but I'm going to back Millwall to turn this form around at home, at the Den. Is a pretty tough place to go. Again, I keep on saying that, but I might change my mind soon, just like Middlesbrough. But I'll back Millwall. I'll keep on backing Millwall, especially in these types of fixtures. I think they can narrowly beat Blackpool 1-0. Last time these two sides did face, it was a 1-0 victory to Blackpool. That was when it was played at Bloomfield Road. So at the Den in this one, I'll back Millwall to be victorious. And then it is Norwich City against West Bromwich Albion next. West Brom had a bad game last time out, a 3-2 defeat against Birmingham City. Norwich City continue this absolutely amazing run with 6 wins on the bounce. Will they make it 7? I think they will do. In this one, it'll be very close. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Norwich City. You've got to back West Brom to score. The chances that they have created in all their draws, a bit like us. They are definitely like us, West Brom, this season. They can score a goal, but against the Norwich City side, that's currently on the best form ever. And they did they beat Bristol City 3-2 in their last game. High scoring game. It was a close one, but at Carrow Road in this one as well, I back them to pick up all 3 points. And then we move on to Deepdale, where it is Preston North End against Sheffield United, where Sheffield United are currently top of the table and have won 3 out of their last 3 games. Preston did get a 1-1 draw against Burnley last time out, and we finally have scored a goal at home. We've also finally conceded a goal, although we did concede a goal in our previous game. Sheffield United, in their last game, they got a narrow 1-0 victory against Swansea City. And although I would like to pick up something from this game against an informed Sheffield United side, I just can't really see it happening. Now, the last time we did face this, the last time we faced Sheffield United, it ended in a 2-2 draw. The last 2 times we faced them, it actually ended in a 2-2 draw as well. But I don't think there'll be that many goals this time, and I do think the Blades will pick up all 3 points in a narrow, very tight 1-0 victory. I don't think we'll score. We'll probably create a ton of chances, but just not put it away. And we have conceded. We have started conceding goals, but only conceded 2 in 9 games. We've got a very strong defence, so it'll be very tough for Sheffield United in this one. So I'll just go for the narrow 1-0, but hopefully we can pick up something from this game. But we'll move on now to Loftus Road, where it is Queen's Park Rangers against Stoke City. Stoke City, currently we have no idea what's happening with Stoke City, being a mixture of wins, losses and draws for them. Very inconsistent results for Stoke. Queen's Park Rangers, they've had a pretty good past few games. I mean, they beat Millwall 2-0 in their last game, QPR did. And Stoke City, they beat Hull City 3-0 as well. Absolutely smashed them in their last game. So two teams, well, looking to build on their past games. At home, though, in this one, Queen's Park Rangers, I am just going to back them to pick up all 3 points. I'll back both sides to score, but I'll go 2-1 QPR. We move on to Swansea City against Hull City. Hull City had a really good start, but have now dropped down a bit. And as I said, after the 3-0 smashing against Stoke City, they'll want to bounce back. Also, Swansea will want to bounce back as well. They lost in their last game 1-0 against Sheffield United, as I did mention above with the Preston one. I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. High-scoring draw. It was a 2-0 victory to Hull City last time these two sides faced last time, but I think both sides will pick up a point in this one. And then we will finish off with the final 2 games of Game Week 11, where it is Watford against Sunderland. Sunderland, another high-score result last time out. They beat... who did they beat? It was 3-0. I've forgotten that now. Reading. They beat Reading 3-0. That was actually... a really good result. Seeing that Reading, not many people expected them to do well this season. I mean, they are next up against Wigan, but they've proved quite a lot of people wrong, and they are where they are. But they probably will start to drop off a bit. I don't think they'll be able to keep the form up. But against Watford, who again they've been struggling as well. They did lose in their last game 2-0 to Blackburn. Yeah, I'll back Watford at Vicarage Road, but it'll be a very tight game, and I'll go 1-0. And then we finish off with Wigan Athletic against Reading, where Wigan are another side that have proved quite a lot of people wrong. They have had really good past performances against Reading, though, who again, as I said, they lost the last game, the 3-0 defeat against Sunderland. I'm going to go for a draw in this one, both sides to pick up a point, and I'll go 1-1 to finish off my Game Week 11 score predictions.